Well, it was a role that we wrote for me, so it was kind of a side of myself that I'd always wanted to play, and I think that the character is he's a bit of a jerk, and he's a bit insensitive and abrasive, but he does ultimately have a good heart, and you can see it at different places throughout the film. He just doesn't have that censor that he says whatever he wants to say, and that's always a fun character to watch. And I wish I was more like it in real life to some degree, although sometimes it doesn't have the best results. It is a fun character to watch, and a fun character to be around. Me and the other writer, Gene Hong, who's a terrific writer. We are friends, and we used to play tennis together. And I think one of the things that seemed fun to us was going against the manners of the game. It's a game that obviously has a lot of strict boundaries within it, that audience is not supposed to talk or even whisper. I mean, it's very, and then there's always you apologize if your ball hits the net and goes over. There's just a lot of manners to the game, and so that's an obvious place for a comedic opportunity to have somebody who just does not follow those rules at all. So Jimmy, at the beginning, you think what he really needs is a partner, so he can continue playing in this world that he thinks is perfect for him. He loves it, but truth is he's missing a lot. He's missing his core. He's missing his foundation, and he's missing his brother. And that's a huge thing for him, even though he doesn't know it. He's not fully aware of it. And Darren has just not. He's not given himself the ability the confidence to go out there and go for something. And I think that has a lot to do with how his mother died, and how the estrangement was instigated when he was younger. Jimmy, Darren's brother, Jimmy kind of abandoned Darren soon after the mother died, and kind of partnered with someone much better and much more successful, and that kind of took the wind out of Darren's sails, and he never really bounced back from it. Amy brought something great and human to the role, and so she is somebody that's in the family because she's been working with the father, and so she helps to complete the circle in a lot of ways. She has a playful relationship with Jimmy. She knows Jimmy's antics, and doesn't isn't affected by them one way or the other. She thinks he's an idiot, and so she in a lot of ways helps to complete the circle that they come to by the end of the movie. I think what we loved about it was doubles tennis has a lot of really dramatic dynamics, where you have a relationship with the other person that you're playing with, and that your enemy has a relationship with each other, and they're kind of like two fists in a boxing match. So it has a kind of aesthetically interesting concept that had never been really utilized in a way that we felt lived up to the opportunity, and so it seemed to kind of lend itself pretty naturally to two people having to work together, and a relationship between those two people. If people walk away from this movie saying, one of my siblings or a friend or someone in my life, there's something I haven't said to that person. There's something that if I just go and see the person, maybe we'll get past it. Because that's what happens with these brothers. All they had to do was have an excuse to spend some time together, and all things would be resolved. But because of stubbornness, they go their separate ways, and they don't talk for years. And so I think if someone gets inspired to reach out to a long lost friend, then I'd be super excited about that. So we have some great actors that really complete the world that this movie lives in. Chris Parnell, Adam Devine, Mo Collins, and because I was a producer, I got to fill the thing with some of people that mean a lot to me. My stepdad plays the line judge who I blackmail. My mother was Barry's grandmother, and so some great performances in there.